Messenger.
Heaven's wrath!
Become just a memory. Messenger. Messenger. Become just a memory.
Heaven's wrath.
Messenger.
So, you...
was a close one. Congratulations. Not many entities have been able to push me as far as you have.
This is the end, Messenger. Whatever it was you were trying to do, it ends here and now. Just tell me something. What did you want to achieve? Was it the prophecy of Grimoire? Is that why you did all of this?
So you really don't know anything. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that you are mistaken. Your prophecy is a mere legend, and I am not the one who is behind what is happening here. I was just trying to stop it.
Then who?
Nathaniel, your own order.
Honestly, couldn't you have thought of a better lie?
Believe what you want, but it's the truth. This whole place, arcane as you call it, is part of an ancient sentient being which was sealed ages ago. Baal, the Gate of Memories. 7 centuries ago, mankind and those like me who dwell in the darkness fought together against it in a desperate attempt to save us all. Months ago, Romeo Exet rebuilt this place and prepared it to hold a unique ritual. He needed many components to make it possible, but thanks to your order, he obtained them all.
How do you know all of this?
I, who was among those who fought Baal in the past, was attacked by your order. A part of myself was necessary to undo the seal. Nathaniel failed to destroy me, but during the fight, the one you called Lady was able to escape with some of my blood. They needed Elianize too, but since it was impossible for them to obtain it, the Order used her sister's blood, which was inside the Biblos. I guessed what could be happening, but I arrived too late to stop the summoning ritual, and like both of you, I ended up trapped inside this labyrinth of memories. But don't be mistaken, I am just an uninvited guest in this story. Everything has been orchestrated just for you two. All this time I was trying to reach the foundation of Arcane to stop Baal before he could awaken. I merely destroyed the other messengers to prevent you from becoming too powerful. At first, I thought that you were cooperating with him all along, but it seems that you and Ergo were just unwitting pawns in his plan. Very important ones, I think.
Nonsense. If what you're saying is true, tell me why Lord Romeo Exet, the Supreme Inquisitor, would do such a thing.
I am not the one you should ask.
So I must believe you were trying to help?
Not all who live in the darkness are the monsters you have been told about. Many of us lived among humanity for a long time, hidden among you. However, it doesn't matter if you're human or a creature of darkness. If no one does anything, we are all doomed.
You have already said too much, creature.
You? I saw you die!
I am sorry, child. Everything is much more complex than you think. Right now, I need to take this. See you around.
Damn! What is going on?
We both know that there's only one person who can answer you now. How is he?
I'm not sure.
He's a tough one.
Romeo. If that's true, everything makes sense. That book. But
I can't believe it.
I guess both of us.
What are you doing here, Baron?
My lord,
Impressed?
you don't deny.
Why should I?
I know many things. Why?
It was for the world. It always was. Gaia is on the brink of war, a fratricidal confrontation that we won't be able to stop. All our attempts to reach a peaceful resolution have failed. We called ourselves guardians and protectors of humanity for so long, and now we can't do anything. Millions will die. It's so ironic that sometimes it makes me want to cry. But I understood. Humanity needs something that unites all of us. An enemy that makes everyone, regardless of their nationality, race, or creed, stand together towards a common goal. A real monster. But it couldn't be just anyone. It had to be a dreadful monster, an unlimited and unstoppable creature that would make darkness itself rise with him. However, we couldn't simply release something like that in the world. We needed the ability to control it, limit the destruction that it could cause. An unstoppable monster that we could stop. And there you were, Ergo. I gathered those who shared my vision. I explained what we should do, and they decided to follow me of their own accord. I didn't include you, dear child, because I feared that your faith in humanity could tarnish your perspective, and if you refused, Ergo would know our intentions, and everything we were building would collapse. But the calamity, limited by the seal system created by Alienai, could not yet serve our plans. Everything was orchestrated behind Nathaniel, using the myth of Harael Grimoire's prophecy to hide our intentions. I chose Lady to be your successor, the last bearer of calamities, something she was delighted to do if she could free you from the weight of Ergo's curse. The Byblos, written with the blood of Alienai's sister, was all we needed to invoke Arcane and partially awaken what was slumbering inside. In the past, this place was used to seal the greatest evil, one that surpassed all others. Even you, Ergo, are nothing more than a fragmented shadow which emerged after its fall. Baal, the gate of hell, An entity born from the darkness that is hidden in the core of humanity and nourished by the essence of dead gods. In the past, it tried to manifest in the world and was about to engulf everything. The cost was higher than anyone would have thought, but finally, diminished and weakened, Baal was sealed forever. It is arcane. All that you have found in your path are but shadows of those it has touched, scattered fragments of its power that you had to claim, so that you could recover all your strength, breaking Aleonai's seals and replacing them with stronger and easier to handle chains. That's what you've been doing, absorbing fragments of Baal's power to become the ultimate monster, our monster. Unfortunately, there have been complications. Somehow, one of the real messengers discovered our plan and came to stop us, and even Aleonai herself was invoked by our ritual and became an impediment. But in the end, all is ready. Now you know everything. What has begun can't be stopped. You need to finish the ritual, and therefore create hope for humanity. If you don't listen to me, the whole world will descend into a war you cannot even dream. And all that pain, death, and destruction will lead to the return of Baal. Now leave this room, climb to the top of the tower, and do what you know you should do. So, this is your choice then. I am sorry. You will be a necessary sacrifice, one of many. Lady, take the book and complete the ritual.
Yes, my lord. Hello, little girl. Did you miss me?
Lady,
I'm sorry, child. I really am sorry. I truly tried to spare you from this. But sometimes fate can make us do things that we don't want to do.
I'm glad that you're alive.
You shouldn't be. I have all the power.
What are you doing here? It was for the... Now leave this room. Climb to the top of...
I guess both of us need answers.